going on, brothers? Just allow me to take another name. Got a video for you. That's written title. Why aren't you married? Here goes. Now, you brothers probably get this question every now and then when you're in the workplace. Sometimes in public places. And you'll get this question from the usual petrified trad cook, some gimped out punching bag of a boomer, or some weather-beaten trash bag who's north of 30 years old, and she doesn't see a ring on your finger, and she takes it upon herself to try to figure out why you aren't getting married like the rest of the sheep. So it goes like this. Whenever you get that question from the usual suspects, you can answer and sharply rebuke them. My usual answer is, men are not getting married because women will not stay married. That's my answer, depending on who asked the question. Now, if a bitch made simp ask the question, I'll ask him if the trollop that put him up to this, I'll ask him this. Are you asking this question because you're being nosy, or are you asking this question because some trollop put you up to this and she doesn't have the pedigree to ask me herself? Either way, you look pathetic doing this shit. But yes, I tell these bitch-made simps, these bench-out butt plugs, and these trad cooks, and these gimped-out punching bag of a boomers, that marriage today is a funeral with cake. You see, they never heard anyone speak like that. It disturbs them, because a lot of them live in their own psycho-fuck fantasy. Marriage is a funeral with cake because it does not benefit men. It benefits women and only women. And a lot of women today don't stay married. A lot of them say that they're not happy, so they divorce the man and collect the loot and ride off to the sunset and back to the ride the cock carousel until they get thrown off. But they still ask the question, why aren't you married? Or why don't you have a wife? So I tell them, do you realize what time we're living in? Are you really that fucking blind? We're living in the era of hashtag #MeToo. We're living in a time where everything is anti-male. I mean, these trad cooks can complain about the birth rates going down, complain about the fertility rates, and these weather-beaten trash bags can complain that there are men out there who are failing to launch, or men out there who won't wife them up and provide them with free shit. Well, I say, well, a lot of that is their fucking fault. Because it goes like this. These trad cooks, these feminists, and these bitch-made simps can prattle on and on about how young men today don't want to get married, how young men today are not chasing tail, but they intentionally leave out the part that false rape accusations in the civilization fit the stratosphere, and they also leave out the fact that our society systematically demonizes male sexuality. It is what it is, but they leave that out. And they do this because they're expecting you to be a sucker. They want you to take what they're feeding you. But no longer. marriage is a funeral with cake, and our society and these tribes made it that way. I mean, with the primary initiators of divorce, what, 70% women? So it goes like this. Wherever these petrified track cooks, these weather-beaten trash bags, or these gimped-out punching bag boomers come to you and ask you that question, you tell them that men are not getting married because women will not stay married. Those are the facts. If you got a problem with that, then that's tough shit. And besides, marriage will not change our society. I mean, at this point, our society is pretty much gone. We are living in an anti-male, gynocentric twilight zone. We're literally living in the Daughter of Babylon. And these are legendary bad days. And if these gimped out punching bags, these bitch-made simps, these petrified trash cooks can't see that, then that's their problem. Not ours. It is what it is. This is L.O.M. Mgtow. That's all I got for you video, brothers. If you like the video, like seeing the commentary, feel free to subscribe and don't visit my channel. Find a tip jar on the upper right-hand side of the screen. That's the G+ icon. All right, fam. All right, brethren. You know the drill. You know routine. Go on way, living way. SYSBM. As for these petrified relics, these gimped out punching bags, these weather-beaten trash bags who ask you this question, but at the same time they're blind to the fact that we live in an anti-male gynocentric twilight zone, give them nothing. This is Mgtow PSA. More to come. Sit tight. See you soon.